Well, thank you for joining us for another afternoon session of Arrows action featuring the world's best here in Milton Keynes. Players' Championship 6, and so far the series has been dominated by the top 2 stars in the world of darts. Michael van Gerwen yesterday picking up his 3rd Players' Championship title, beating Gary Anderson along the way. Anderson has won the other 2 so far this year. Can anyone stop their dynasty here in Milton Keynes this afternoon? I'm Chris Murphy taking you through the action here on Stream 2. You have a choice of matches all through the afternoon. Dan Dawson taking you through the Arrows action on Stream 1. John Part and Kim Huybrechts to get us underway here. The 3-time world champion against Belgium's top player. We'll have
so it's Kim
all the first round matches from their allocated board. That was board 12, which has been moved over to Stream 2. So the winner of this will take on Roby John Rodriguez or Gabriel Clemens, who had a fantastic run yesterday. Keep an eye out for him in the next match. Then we have Adrian Lewis, the 2-time world champion, taking on Mick McGowan before Prakash Jiwar takes on another Belgian player in Dimitri Vandenberg, the world youth champion.
96.
So an appetising first round. And we will, of course, bring you selected matches then from rounds 2, 3, the last 16 quarters, semis, 96. And the final, where someone will receive a cheque for £10,000. Will it be Michael van Gerwen once again? The world number 1 has won 6 of the 8
100.
events that he's entered this year, or the 8 completed events. He's, of course, top of the Premier League as well. The only 2 that he didn't win, he was beaten by Michael Smith in UK Open Qualifier 3, and, of course, Jeffrey Disvan in the UK 84. Open finals. Skipped last weekend in Barnsley when Gary Anderson enjoyed double success, but the Dutchman returned to victory. But in this opener, all about Kim Huybrechts and John Part, and Huybrechts was beaten in round 1 yesterday and took to social media to complain about the temperature. Well, let's see if the Hurricane can better deal with the weather today, or will John Part continue his resurgence? 60. Be used to a bit of snow coming from Canada. But what a run from John Part at the UK 95. Open, reaching the quarterfinals. His best run since the 2012 57. Grand Slam of darts. Well, that's a wide from John Part, so now he's looking to tidy this up, but he's gone wild again. Only managed to score 3 with the first 2 darts in this visit.
20.
And Huybrechts hoping to hang on to his throw. Well, he's found the same part of the board as Part did. A strange 41. Exchange there between this pair in the opener. Well, John Part's found the treble.
57.
Misses 2 darts at double, allowing Huybrechts another opportunity. A slow start in this one. But double 5 for the Belgian.
77.
Would have seen him hold his throat. More chances for John Part to grab an immediate break. Well, that looks like a bit of a dodgy dart for Part. Having to step across.
5.
And he has had a huge opportunity to break in the first leg here. Lost count of the amount of darts that John Part missed to break in the opener. Huybrechts lands double 5. And takes the first leg. Keep an eye on the action as always. Plenty of ways to 48. Do it. Follow our social media channels at official PDC. Get involved at the hashtag PC6 on Twitter. We'll bring you live updates throughout the 96. Day of the games that you're not watching here on the live stream. You can, of course, head to the PDC website as well, PDC TV, pdc.tv. And there is a match centre. which will bring you results as soon
93.
as each match is completed. Some tasty ties in the first round
41.
here this afternoon. You can also visit the dartconnect.com website where you can see live scores and stats. The tablet system for the match
100.
officials now. Link through to that website so you can follow the action of any boards that are not on our live stream. And see
140.
how the players have been performing over this Players' Championship Series. I will try and enlighten you with some of those statistics throughout the day.
140.
But just flicking through the draw. Well, Michael van Gerwen is not going to have it easy. He's got Steve Lennon in his first match. Lennon, who beat Simon Whitlock yesterday.
100.
Also on his board, Robbie Green and Mark Webster going head-to-head in round one. So, tough start for MVG. We'll
100.
read out a few standout ties at the end of this leg as Huybrechts looks for a 1-2-4 checkout now. Can he get the break on the bull?
Game shot.
Oh yes, Kim. Much, much better. And Part had several attempts to break the Kim Huybrechts throw in leg one. Huybrechts needed just one dart at bullseye to do just that in leg two.
78.
So those standout ties then. I like the look of Cristo Reyes against Terry Jenkins. Yella Clarkson against Jamie Caven. Another one that leaps off the page.
97.
Gerwyn Price against Josh Payne. That one on the other live stream board.
100.
Mervyn King against Robert Owen. Another one that stands out. Joe Cullen against Steve West. Paul Nicholson, who has been in decent form, takes on Keegan Brown, who also has.
60.
Michael Smith has returned to Pro Tour action, having skipped yesterday. He takes on Jason Cullen in his first round match. We'll keep you up to date with all the
140.
scores from the main protagonist. Any shocks as well, of course. Peter Wright's been given a tough test in his first match too,
97.
taking on Nathan Aspinall. Wright suffering with some kind of injury at the moment. Believe it's his shoulder. Was beaten early doors yesterday, as was the world champion Rob Cross.
133.
Cross taking on Eddie Dootson in round one. But here, the doubles that John Part missed in the first leg could well
58.
prove to be what cost him at least being competitive in this match, because
Game
Huybrechts
shot.
is running away with it now. Kim was beaten 6-4 yesterday in round one by Max
84.
Hopp. John Part beat Mick McGowan, but lost out to Terry Jenkins for a long period of that game against the Bull. Part was averaging well over a ton.
180.
But Jenkins got a 6-4 victory to send the three-time world champ, one of the legends of the sport, packing. And it looks like Kim Huybrechts is on the way to sending him
137.
home today. A 180 to open up this fourth leg.
$59. $135. $98. $65.
So Kim Huybrechts looking at a huge finish. It's not going to go.
40.
But John Part has got a couple more darts at double. He's going to need both of them. And once again, he's failed to hit the doubles. Not helping John Part so far today. Now Huybrechts looking to repeat the feat from earlier on. This time he wants double 11.
113.
Just clip the wire.
Game
And
shot.
finally, Part's dart finds a double.
.96.
Just looking at the form from the all 5 events combined in this Players
59.
Championship Series, and it will be no surprise to hear that Michael van Gerwen is the only player from all that have competed in these events that has an average of over 100 for all
64.
those 5 events. Rob Cross just under that, as is Gary Anderson. In 4th place on the list is Adrian Lewis, who we will see in action in a couple of games' time.
96.
Kim Huybrechts 25th on that list. John Part 118 to give you an idea of form
80.
in these events. The 180 count is led by Gary Anderson. He had 69 before today. And Michael van Gerwen's got 50, but of course has played in a couple fewer events.
47. .85. .136.
Well, that's a good visit. But he didn't manage to leave himself a finish. High scoring,
30.
but he could have made a better calculation in that combination. If the second dart could have
20 scored.
been placed elsewhere. In the end, it might not matter because Huybrechts is on a huge checkout.
43.
And a couple of stray darts from John Part. But he's left himself a handy
130.
checkout. This is a kind of pickpocket finish that Part might be able to take out and get himself back into the match. Can he lay one on top and find the treble? Yes, he can. Double top.
100.
Well, that dart just took a nosedive. And
Game
Kim
shot.
Huybrechts takes advantage. The Belgian now leads 4-1. Now, interesting news coming through from board 1. Michael van Gerwen is up against Steve Lennon. I said he wouldn't have it easy against Lennon, and he's
61.
finding it tough going. He's 4-3 down right now, Michael van Gerwen, with the Irishman averaging 100.
140.
In fact, just getting news that Michael van Gerwen has levelled that up, but Lennon has the throw. So 4 apiece, Steve Lennon on throw in that match. We'll
41.
keep you updated on what goes on. Will Michael van Gerwen finally be beaten in a Players' Championship event? And will he be shocked in round 1?
58. .85. .95. .137. .96.
Well, neither player here is finding their best stuff, but Kim Huybrechts just slightly better than John Part. And the kind of timing that Part showed
42.
in UK Open. Hasn't been there here.
40.
Fabulous dart from Part. Oh, it's on. Double top for the 135.
Game shot.
What a shot from John Part, and all of a sudden, he's awakened. Hadn't shown many signs of producing something like that, but John Part, a class act over the years.
93.
And a class finish there from the great man.
$59.
Just to update you on that MVG Steve Lennon match, Van Goen has taken control now in that one. He leads 5-4 and has the darts in, or what he hopes will be the last leg, averaging 102. Lennon on a level ton in that one. Michael Van Goen, incidentally, yesterday was his 75th Pro Tour final.
140.
And get this, out of those 75 finals, Michael Van Goen has won 60.
60.
Kim Huybrechts, a man who has picked up 4 of these Pro Tour titles himself. Made his breakthrough
39.
around the 2012 time, as John Part's career really started to tail off, but he's striking back now, isn't he, John Part?
100.
That year he reached the final, Huybrechts, of the Players' Championship finals, losing out to Phil Taylor. Perhaps the most memorable match involving Kim Huybrechts was that quarter-final at the Grand Slam, where he beat Michael Van Goen and hit a 9-darter along the way.
98.
But it's been a couple of years, well, 2.5 years since his last PDC title at a European Tour event in 2015. And his form hasn't been
84.
as good in the last year or so as it had been.
Game shot.
But he's well in control in this one. And one leg away from a better return than yesterday. And a second round tie against either Roby John Rodriguez or Gabriel Clements, which is coming up next.
84.
Clements, the new German star who went all the way to the quarterfinals yesterday. A recap of what happened there. Michael Van Goen, of course, winning the tournament but beating Chris Dobie in the final despite a 109 average from Hollywood. Semi-finalists
42.
James Wade and Ryan Searle, and quarter-final places for Willie O'Connor, Clements, who I mentioned, Mensa Suljovic, and Gary Anderson, whose long unbeaten run came to an end at the hands of MVG.
$59. $58. $43. $180.
Well, Huybrechts hammers in the 180 to leave himself on 30. Champagne moment with a 135 checkout, but there wasn't much more happening for the 3-time world champion in this one. It's Huybrechts who moves through to take on the winner of our next match, and that's between Roby John Rodriguez and Gabriel Clements in about 2 minutes' time. Places for Willie O'Connor, Clements, who I mentioned, Mensa Suljovic, and Gary Anderson, whose long unbeaten run came to an end at the hands of MVG.
59. $58. $43. $180.
Well, Huybrechts hammers in the 180 to leave himself on 30.
$96. Game shot and the match.
And that's it. Kim Huybrechts, the 180 to leave 30, and he lands a double 15. John Part had that champagne moment with a 1